Welcome to another episode of Knuckles Knowledge Podcast. We're having a bit of an invasion today. Fucking Viking invasion. Tom the Viking Crosby, thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Yes, lad.
Thanks for having me.
Good. I mean, I was trying to get Tom on before, but he's always at a jiu-jitsu competition, MMA competition, coaching all over the world, and all that. Where do you find the time? Seriously, where do you find the time to do everything?
Oh, just find it, yeah. Obviously, I'm here, there and everywhere. I do everything for kids. I've got my own training as well. I'm constantly on the go. Like, I don't stop.
I know.
Most weekends I took up with like competitions, be it MMA show, all kids, you know, Team England training for kids,
We're gonna get into
young
that.
subs all the time, and then just regular comps. So just constantly on the go. But it's what I live for. So
It is. Well, today I'm actually on the soft drink today, because usually I'm on the ale. And I was like, got a long night tonight.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm on the soft drink. But one thing that I do see that is, obviously I do the kids coaching here, and I see at the kids competitions a lot. So I'm constantly in the opposite side of the corner with you, which is quite annoying. Like, yeah, another AVT.
it's like AVT versus Liverpool Combat or MMA Academy all the time, innit?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, yeah. And I've even got to the point now where I've literally got to know like every other kid's coach around. And that says, oh, I've got this kid coming up, that kid coming up. So how did you get into like the kids coaching? How have you seen it grown over the years?
So I got into coaching, well, I was a bit more shy, and I think MMA and jiu-jitsu as a sport has brought me out a little bit and opened up. But like my blue belt days, my head coach, Danny Mitchell at AVT, he asked me if I wanted to do a bit kids coach. I was like a blue belt at the time, but I didn't feel ready. And then I started doing well at blue belt, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'll help out. And then all the other coaches didn't quite have the patience as I did, and I took over, and I've just built it from there.
That's what it takes, though, patience.
Yeah.
All the parents always say, oh, you've got some patience for these kids and all that.
So I'm known as like the patient one. So then, yeah, just grown it from there. And then where I coach AVT, at the time I think I had 8 kids. And I think now I've got about 80, 90 kids
big.
on the books.
It's big.
Yeah.
So what's the range at your gym? Where's the range from? From what age does it
From
start?
4.
From 4?
Yeah, from 4. And I've had some 3-year-olds start. It just depends on the kid, because every kid's different, aren't they? So, yeah. So on average, from 4. Some can start a little bit later because they're not quite grasping it at that young age. But like my 3 children all started at 3, like 3.5.
Mine started when he came out the womb, to be fair. Those legs. Looking like that, dribble down his face, and he's got his legs going up. I'm like, yeah, but he ain't doing it anymore. I think his mum said to me, because my kid lives in America, and I took him down to Henzo's.
Yeah.
I was like, it's Henzo's in America, you're good there. Took him to like one of the weekend classes, and the first thing that I just couldn't get over, but the parents on the mat, like sitting with the kid. So I was like, he goes, oh, do you want to sit on the mat? I was like, no, I want to sit over here and just be quiet and just take a few pictures. And all that. And it was a good little session.
Yeah.
So I said to him, so when I left, I said, are you going to continue to take him back there? And she goes, yeah, I can take him like once a week, once every 2 weeks. And I was like, I might not even bother. She's like, why? I go, well, if you do him once a week, once every 2 weeks, he's not really going to get good. And if he does competitions, he's going to get smashed. He goes, no, he's not. And I go, our kids train like 6 days a week, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, doing PTs and like that. And I've said to parents before, I go, if they're not training a minimum of 4 times a week, they're just there to participate. And I didn't realise it would get that big with the kids, personally.
Yeah, it's growing and growing now, isn't it? It's massive.
Because we did an MMA show, you was there as well, last Sunday. What's it called?
PCFC.
PCFC.
Yeah, Bradford.
Like and took the production crew down there for the first show, and they were back thinking, oh my God, what's all this for the kids? And so I go, yeah?
Yeah, that was a busy day as well. I think I had about 12 on.
12.
Something like that, yeah.
I had 1, which was good. I was out in 1, I had a beer in my hand, right, you out, done, dusted, finishing, going.
No, I get my steps in at these shows, don't I?
Yeah, up and down those stairs.
That's it.
So what's a typical week for you now anyway? So you're still fighting?
Yeah.
Coaching?
Yeah.
You got the kids?
Yeah.
You got your gym?
Yeah. And work as well. I still
And
have
work?
Yeah.
So
my... So what
do you sleep?
Yeah, I sleep. I enjoy my sleep. I love my sleep. So what I do is I do either 2 or 3 days of work. As long as I get like 5 days of work for like a 2-week period, it's enough to tick over.
Yeah.
So my work is I'm a revenue protection agent. So it's like a posh bailiff now.
Yeah.
So I go and check the alerts of possible fault or tampered gas and electric meters. So I do that.
Never come around this gym again.
So I do that, and then obviously when we don't get contact and stuff, and then my job role changes and I go back with a warrant, and then I'm a warrant officer. So that's it's only a part-time job. I get to pick and choose my days, which is good.
Anybody start on you?
Do you know what? I've had people start, but never face-to-face.
Yeah.
Always behind a window, from top floor, behind a fence. As soon as they get face-to-face, like I said, I'm the patient one. So most of the time, I can just talk them down. So I've never actually got physical. I don't feel like I need to, but I would if I had to.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm good at talking, and I'm good at talking people down.
Nice.
So that's my job. It's part time. Yeah. So, and then what I do is for 2 days out of the week, it would be either like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday. I'll come up in my camper bus, camp up outside Next Gen, train there for 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I've done that now for probably the past 11 weeks.
You got one of those converters?
So yeah, it was a bus that's been converted. I bought it like that. It's great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That camper vans out there are massive.
I'm just on the street outside gym. You know what I mean? I wake up straight in gym. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long have you been training down at Next Gen now for your camps?
So I started doing that regularly. I think this is like my 11th week on the bounce.
Okay.
Prior to that, I just used to come up when I had the opportunity. Because obviously I've got good friends with Adam Ventry, who's head coach at England team.
Absolutely great coach.
So it's a good relationship that we've built and stuff. And yeah, just them 2 days that I come up, I class them as my weekend. Okay. So I get my training in. I can focus on myself a little bit and not worry about coaching and stuff like that. And then the other days, the other evenings, so if it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday or Friday I'm coaching, and then Wednesdays is my day off from AVT, so I only have to get cover for one of them days, Tuesday evening or Thursday evening.
Yeah, got so many questions on this now.
And then weekends are most of the time fight shows. If I'm not at a fight show, I'm at a dance show because they do dance as well.
You know,
it's not very often I get like a chill day where I get to do nothing. And when I get them, I make the most of them. It's great.
That's bloody mad. That is absolutely mad. So, what's it like now? Obviously, Next Gen, with like Luke Riley in there, Paddy in there, and stuff like that. Ventry's a great coach. They've got so many great bodies in there.
Yeah.
What's it like training there with those guys, getting those hard rounds in, compared to what you was doing before?
So, like I said, I come there, I can focus. The training's mint. Everyone on the mat's mint. I'm like the nail, come up on the nail, and then...
Most people are.
Yeah, and you know what, I love that. I just keep coming back, learning, progressing, trying the bits that I learn from that gym, going back and doing my own training at AVT, and yeah, I feel like I'm coming on quite a bit.
Nice.
And I can really enjoy it at the moment, Like I said, the 2 days, it's my weekend. So today is my weekend.
Okay. And we've got you on here, so
that's great. It, yeah.
So who's like, sort of like jiu-jitsu coach, wrestling coach, striking coach, strength and conditioning coach? Are those like the Next Gen guys or those guys at your old gym?
So it's now like taking over more towards Next Gen. So there's Ellis who does the striking, and then Paul, like the main guy overseeing everything. And then when I go back home, depending on I can train at 6 a.m. I've got Big Ash Roden, who's like ex-England wrestler, GB wrestler. He's really good grappler as well. Get loads of training with him on the morning. And then, it's just, I coach 4:30 till 6:30 when I'm in. And then that's when I like to switch off and do like my technical training. So whichever coach is in that night, there's Nathan, Black Belt Nathan, there's Alex Thompson, Jake Goldthorpe. It's just like a mixture.
Yeah.
And then that's how it all like pans out. But what I need is like what I'd come up here to do. So I wish I'd done it a long time ago, but you know, can't live without regrets. But
No. But I mean, like, you know, we've had many, you know, fighters on the podcast, and we spoke about it before that. Right now, Liverpool is a whole of it, isn't it? You've got, you know, next gen where you train.
hotbed of MMA, innit?
Yeah, but you got here as well, you know, with Casey and Loz and stuff like that. You know, you've got Curtis, Jip, and all these good kids, and well, I call them kids because I'm 4 years old. So, I call them kids. Anybody who's like below 35 year child to me, you know, all coming up at the same time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm surprised more people are not coming to train, you know, with us because, you know, we're obviously doing something right and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's known as like a fighting city, innit? It's Liverpool.
Yeah. Well, Liverpool and Manchester, to be fair, because, you know, there's great fighters coming out of both. But what have you made of sort of like the rise of UK MMA in the north, particularly because, again, all the main kids shows are in the north as well. You know, the England team is based in the north, basically. You've got kids that are coming down from like Plymouth or
they're travelling.
So.
And so the kids that we've built up, you know, we've gone from the IMAF Worlds. I'm talking about the England squad now.
Yeah.
So IMAF Worlds, I think the first time we went about 38, 40 kids. And then we did the Euros. I think we grow a little bit more, like 50 odd. We took 77 to last year's Worlds. And we just finished like the squad picks, and now we've got like 99. So if they all come,
100.
we tried to get it, but we've got 99 at the moment. You know what I mean? And that's just in space of a year and a half, 2 years.
So
they're killers as well.
Yeah. So because again, some of my kids are on the England team as well, so they come and train with you guys on Sunday and all that. But how do you even like select? Like, because again, a lot of the kids are local kids or northern kids and all that, and obviously you got everyone down south, got some good kids coming up. But how do you even like have to choose? Like, you're 40 key girl, you're 50 key lad. How's it even go?
It's hard, especially like you've got like the Youth B bracket, you know, like from 57 to 62s, and there's loads of good kids. Do you know what I mean? So we look at obviously how they get on competition wise throughout the full year. I'm everywhere, so I've got my eyes on. Vince is everywhere most of the time. There's Slinger now, and then Shao from Panda getting about, keeping an eye out, and then we'll just discuss it at the end, make our picks, and then obviously when they do really well at like the high level in the IMAFs, that's, you know, pretty much cementing the spot, and then obviously if they get gold, then like pretty much get to pick where they want to be. I think it's deserved if you win, especially how many fights they're having and stuff like that. And then it's like giving other kids opportunities. You know, some categories they've only got one kid in. You want that opportunity, you can go, you take it. I'll offer it to them, and most of them are like, yeah, they're dead keen to get in. And
how's it funded?
It's not. It's all self-funded.
Self-funded?
Yeah.
So it all comes out of your back pocket?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
this is what I'm talking about. You know, you've got this massive program, all these kids doing so well, going like all over the world. But the coaches are funding themselves.
Yeah. Self-funded. You know, hopefully in the long run we'll get sporting good recognised and get funding for it.
Yeah, because something they do like Abu Dhabi, Dubai. Just got Serbia coming up, haven't you?
Serbia's in February, and then Abu Dhabi will be beginning of August.
And you got to get time off work, fund it, get the kids over there.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So both my daughters have made the team as well.
Oh,
so they'll be
congratulations.
My daughters. So we've got to pay for them as well. But
3 sets of tickets.
Even all competitions throughout the year, you know, that's pretty much what we live for, and that's what it all goes on. Like nothing, we don't buy out fancy. You know, it's just all on kids and this lifestyle that I've got with the jiu-jitsu, the MMA, and sometimes I have to go to dance.
But you love the dance the most. The thing which I was a bit, well, not even shocked about, because again, I go to, like yourself, I go to a lot of the kids' competitions, and you had the elites, and yeah, I'm going to shout it out. I thought the elites were a bit of disgrace, because now I've got a parent who's got 3 kids. Yeah. And all that, and all 3 kids want to do it. They're really, really good kids and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, get one of the elites, big competition, it'd be really good for them, something like that. But I didn't realise it was £50 per kid, per category. And then when I do gi and no gi, it was £300 just to enter your kid in. Yeah. So sometimes when I was like, I see parents go, oh, it's got tap time in 10 seconds, I can't fucking believe this. Now I get it. I get it. It's like 50 quid just like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, how do these like competitions price this? Because, you know, it's an expensive sport.
It is expensive, yeah. You know what, I'm not sure, but I don't know, I don't know where it all goes and stuff. And there's a few bits at the elites that I'd like to see change, obviously, coach Matt's side, especially for younger ones.
Yeah.
When we're there, we're on the outskirts, we can't see the score, the kids can't hear us, everybody's shouting. You know what I mean? That's why I think a coach Matt's side would be, or even like a little coaches area. I think I've been to a competition, it might be IBJJF, there's a row for coaches and then spectators behind.
They do that at the Brasilianos.
Yeah, something like that would be great.
The Nogi Yours in Rome, they do that as well, but they do it for black belts only.
Right.
So we could go, but you guys couldn't go. Stuff like that.
But like, we enjoy that competition. It's a weekend away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of the team do it. I think I got my first team trophy actually. Might have been Worlds. We got silver nogi.
That was awesome.
I think it was Worlds or National, I can't remember off the top of my head, but my first team trophy at the elites.
It's nice, isn't
so so I'm proud of that one. Been a while.
It's funny because, again, with the kids now, for me, you know, I'm just like, I've had you since you were like 4, 5, 6 years old. And I've got a few now that are getting into those teenage years. I'm just like, are they going to stick at it? Are they going to go? Because that's the drop-off point, isn't it? And all that. So, with all the kids you're teaching, especially with the England team, who are you like you're free, that you think you're going to make it here? You're going to go far in the sport.
I think quite a few of them if they stick at it, but it's getting them to stick at it. You know?
So who do you reckon will stick and go?
I'll go from AVT. I think Max Holdsworth.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, I think he could go really far.
He's got that.
He's got that dog in him. Do you know what I mean? Like
just a bit.
You know what I mean? And you can see like when we go to jiu-jitsu comps and he's got that MMA style.
Strong.
Do you know what I mean?
He's a strong boy. I'm like, he's on something here. I mean, like, he's like 13 years old.
Yeah,
he's got a man's body in it. He looks kangaroo.
Get through that teenage years and stick at it. You know, I think he could go far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter.
And then England team as a whole, you've got CJ who won the Worlds recently. I think he can go far as well. Super talented.
He's a good striker as well.
Yeah.
Good striker. He's,
Very good.
Prior to going to next gen, he was doing some stuff with Carl Keane as well. And again, I'm a massive fan of Carl Keane for striking for MMA, and you know, really brought him on really well on that as well. We've got another kid who trains there, Riley McGrath O'Toole. Yeah. And all that.
He's a great kid.
I've had him.
Quiet kid.
I've had him since he was, well, I say I've had him. Jason's had him since he was 6 years old, 7 years old, something like that. And he's never changed. He's always been quiet, but even like I feel sorry for his mum because he goes on holiday and says, "Can we go to the competition?" And they go sit at the competition. He goes, "Do you want to go to?" No, I'll just go and watch the other matches on the competition. He's just one of those kids that is just obsessed with the sports.
Yeah.
And I want him to stick at jiu-jitsu because I think he can go far. And he recently did the Nogi Euros and stuff like that, did really well in that. And then I watched him the fight and I was like, I'm watching juvenile blue belt here and I have no idea what's going on. Like, in terms of
Killers
jiu-jitsu.
out there.
I was like, fucking hell.
It's mental, yeah.
It was crazy and all that.
But yeah, he's super talented as well. It was great to see him at the Worlds when he got the rematch with the kid who beat him at the Euros and he got his redemption. Yeah. We were all buzzing. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah. He's talented, like I said. He said there's a few, but again, he's one of the ones where I've got him, who I've seen, I've got himself and Zach Lou as well. Yeah. You know, he's 15 now, Zach is. And he still comes to us a few PTs with me. Our PTs are just rolling and all that. And I come off sweating and all that. I'm like sweating. It's like, what have you been doing? I go, coaching kids. He's just like
getting tied up by Zach.
Yeah, he's all over it, and I'm just like trying to like talk to him to slow him down or something, you know that. He's like barely got a sweat on, and I'm just like soaking, like that top's going off, new top's coming on, and all that. But yeah, I think the future's bright.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're talking about the future. Let's talk about the present. What are you up to now? So again, You got a fight on the horizon?
Hopefully one of the Cage Warriors cards in March.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I really wanted to get on Newcastle again, even though like the result didn't go my way and I got clipped in my last one on my Cage Warriors debut. Like, apart from that, it was a great experience and I really liked that venue. Tried to get on again, but like, because it was the last one before Christmas, a lot of fighters were trying to get on it. So it said it'd be highly unlikely it could get me matched. So hopefully now we'll look for March. Manchester would be good. It's a card in
It's local for you now, isn't it?
yeah, it's a little bit more local. I think we could do well ticket-wise and stuff like that, so Manchester would be good.
So because obviously you signed a multi-fight deal with Cage Warriors. That's me doing my research. And all that. Obviously your first fight into that deal. So are they similar to like the UFC where they'll offer you 3 fights a year guaranteed? Or is it dependent on how you've done in the previous fight?
You know what, I'm not sure. I didn't fully read through it properly. Just signed it. They offered me a 5-fight deal. I was like, I was in Abu Dhabi at the time. I says, yeah. They offered me Matt Figlack. I says, yeah, signed it, boom. And that was it. So I'm not 100%.
So they could like leave you on ice for a while and you wouldn't know about it?
No, I think it was it over a space of 2 years? I think so. I think it was 2 years. Previous fight to that was signed to Octagon. They did something similar over, I think it was a year and a half. Give me a 3-fight contract. But after that first fight, they just left me on shelf. Yeah. For a full year. Yeah. I was ready brought my thumb in the fight, then I was ready from May. It was a full year. I was saying yeah to guys. You know, it's not in me like calling people out over Instagram, but I was having to do that to try and get a match up, and yeah, just nothing ever materialised. So got to spring, we said, right, get me a fight by summer or grant us a release, and then had to wait a couple more weeks, then eventually got a release. But that was just frustrating because I'm no spring chicken anymore, you know what I mean? And that's a year where I could have got a couple of fights in.
Yeah. And it's money coming in as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And stuff like that. But it's always interesting. So what's the pathway from Cage Warriors now to, you know, I'm not saying Cage Warriors is not a big promotion, but one of the, you know, the global ones like your PFLs and UFCs and... You know. Yeah,
you're seeing a lot of guys go from either like Dana White Contender Series to UFC from Cage Warriors. For me personally, I think just if I can do out my contract, my goal now is at least 20 fights, pro fights. That's another 6, I think. So it'd be nice to finish off my career, 6 fights on Cage Warriors, because I'm probably too old for UFC.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
It's like Cormier in his 30s.
Yeah, I look up to them guys, and Glover, you know, and Jan Blachowicz, he's 42 now. So they're like my little idols, like still going at it. So.
And Yoel Romero, that guy just don't age.
Yeah, he don't age. Yeah.
What is he, 46, 47?
still looks 20.
Like that, and all that. But there's still pathways in there. I think I've always said it. I had Conor Hughes on here as well, and I always say to him, like, what's the split between being a good fighter and being a good promoter, self-promoter? So again, you know, you're training with Paddy. I think Paddy's fantastic at promoting himself and getting himself out there, and whether it's for the right reasons or wrong reasons, people still got his name in there and stuff like that, which he's really good at doing. And they've given him fights, he's won his fights, he's done his job and all that. So, you know, he's getting the title shot now. You know, I know that Armin and other people like make it make sense and that. And I just turn around and go, he sells fights. And that's when it comes down to money. No matter who it is, if you're making money, they're going to put you on the spot. So obviously I know you're not a massive talker, but do you feel you have to now put yourself more out there in order to get the opportunities to make that?
Yeah, so going back to when I was signed at Octagon, like nothing was happening. I was saying yes to guys. So then I seen Wahid Nazan needed an opponent. He was signed to fight on that card, and he'd not had an opponent announced for weeks and weeks. So I says, you know, I'm up for it. I called him out politely because I can't do with all the, you know, offensive talk and all that. I'm just a nice dude. So I called him out politely, and you know, I got loads of backlash from Afghanistan fans like messaging me, and then some were positive, some were negative. And I thought, right, we're going to get this fight. It's going to get booked. And then he ended up signing the fight with someone else. I'm like, what's going on? But I'll just see how it goes this year for myself. Like, I don't like to call people out and stuff, but if it has to be done and, you know, I want to get some money in and stuff, then I'll do it. But I'll never do it disrespectfully. It'll always be respectful.
Yeah, which is always the best way.
Yeah.
And all that.
That's just me. It's just who I am. So.
What did you make of the 170 champion from Cage Warriors going over to Qatar to try and get a fight over there? I think there's a step in. Do you see that?
Yeah, Justin Burleson. Yeah.
What do you make about that?
He just went. Yes, I think it's good to see. You know, he's gone over. He's tried. At least he's tried. He's got his name out there. Obviously, got quite a bit of publicity off back of it. It's just unfortunate it didn't get signed, or there were no pullouts as such, like on the day.
Do you think you've got UFC on notice now?
I think so, yeah. Because he were meant to fight on Dana White Contender Series again, wasn't he? But
was it? I don't know. I actually don't know.
For whatever reason, it didn't go ahead. I can't remember what the purpose was. Something to do with medical or visa or something. So he was meant to fight on it again. So he's definitely on the radar. But yeah, I'd like to see Justin fight Clancy Jr. now. That'd be a good fight to watch.
Be a good fight.
Yeah.
So what you made about the sort of Cage Warriors and FCC pathways? Because both promotions seem to have an in with the UFC now and stuff like that. So is there like rival promotions, or can you skip between the two of them? How does that sort of work in that relationship?
You know what? I'm not sure. I think FCC's. I think it's a smaller promotion. I'd say like more regional. And then you've got Cage Warriors, which is more like European. I think Cage Warriors is a little bit bigger, but they're both run professionally, and they're both on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah.
So they're getting like plenty of eyeballs watching both shows. But I don't know the relationship between them both. I'm not sure.
I just think it's impressive that they're both. I would say Cage Warriors are Manchester based predominantly.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of shows over there. And obviously FCC is also like Preston or something like that, innit? So.
Or Bolton.
Yeah, Bolton, Preston.
Yeah.
Same. I'm a Blackburn fan, so to me, they're both the same, you know. They're both the. Send them nowhere. Like that. I always say every single episode I do on this, I'm going to get cancelled on one thing. Is if me one remark they're like, yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. I think that might have been the remark. What do you reckon? No. Excellent. So, what do you think about the upcoming UFC card then? And the last UFC card just happened, shall I say? The one where Pantoja dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah.
And,
so I didn't. I didn't get a chance to watch any of them. I just didn't woke up in the morning and check the results. My guesses were Pantoja and Merab, so my guesses were wrong. But it's just unfortunate. I've seen the highlights of what happened to Pantoja where he fell and his elbow or shoulder.
He apparently dislocated his shoulder. It looked like the elbow at the time.
It looked like the elbow, didn't it? But yeah.
It was his shoulder at the time. Yeah, it was his shoulder that got popped back in.
I think that's unfortunate. And then what I did notice off the back of that is how the geezer celebrated. Obviously a win's a win, and he jumped on Cage like he's knocked him out. I think. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's an injury win. It's not. You don't want to win, even though it's a win. You don't want to win that way, do you? You
don't, but the payday is pretty good.
Yeah, he's got the payday and stuff like that. So he might have been, emotions. He's waved it off. I've won, but yeah, like jumping up on Cage, I just think that was a bit too far.
Yeah. And you watched did you see any of the Jan versus Merab fights?
No, I didn't catch any highlights yet.
So in that one, it's funny because Merab's always like the machine.
Yeah, I seen it. Got two takedowns from 29 attempts.
Yeah, Jan stuffed everything, out wrestled him as well. He took him down and all that, and outstruck him. Yeah, like Pete Jan's boxing's amazing, but it just tapped him.
I have to watch it back. Yeah.
Back and back, and again, the sport evolving because it was the era of the wrestlers, the Dagestanis coming over, and Merab and stuff like that. Now you're starting to see the strikers come back into it a little bit now. I
have thought Merab would have that. You know what I mean? Just with his cardio machine and he's relentless. He'll go for it. Don't get the takedown. He's not bothered. He just keeps going and going and going until he gets it. Yeah. So I thought he'd go like that, but.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have Merab.
Jan's worked him out there, yeah.
And,
I need to watch it.
No, you should watch it.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
And then you got the upcoming one with Volt versus Lopez as well.
Yeah.
And all that. I think there's a lot of controversy around that because my boy Levon Murphy.
He deserved it, didn't he?
Yeah, no.
LeRon deserves that fight.
Or the Russian guy, what was his name? Eva Long? So that much I know. But the Russian, the guy.
I know what you mean, because did he call out LeRon after that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, LeRon deserves that after he's had such an impressive run.
Yeah.
Deserves that title shot, but it's just a shame we give it to
the 10th guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Give it to Lopez.
And then your boy Paddy versus Justin. I know you're backing Paddy, but how do you see the fight going?
Yeah, I've got to back Paddy. I've been training with him quite a lot. Prediction, I'll go like around 2 KO.
You think you can knock him out?
Yeah, I think you can knock him out.
I think Gaethje always gets hit, but and I always say in every Paddy fight, I go, just take him down. Jiu-jitsu are great. You got amazing jiu-jitsu and all that, and you're big. You're a big dude. But he wants to strike all the time, doesn't he? And I think with Justin, it's hard.
Yeah, I have to mix it up a little bit.
I actually want Paddy to win this
Yeah.
one because I think him bringing a UFC belt back to the city
Would be great, yeah.
The sport just goes massive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you win, everyone wins. The sport just goes huge and be more kids, more people getting into it, which is great and all that. So I want it to happen, but I'm just saying there's an easy path to win this, but Paddy's going to take the harder path and make it look more impressive. So again,
He'll turn it into a war.
I think he wants that fight night bonus because Justin is going to come out. He's going to leg kick him. He's going to strike with him. He's not going to wrestle. He's not going to take him down. It's going to be a striking match, and I think Paddy's going to entertain now. Where I just want him just to take him down, take him back, really make a choke, kick the belt, and then move on to fight Ilia Topuria or Arman Tsarukyan. That'll be the next two, and I think he beats Tsarukyan. I think he's too small for him. I think Topuria is a harder fight because good.
He's really good.
He's really good. He hits hard, and he's got really good jiu-jitsu as well. So, yeah, but that's what 3-4 paydays for Paddy. So you can't go wrong there as well. And moving on to obviously the other division with who just got the belt. What's Dagestani called? Makachev.
Yeah.
So what do you think about these 55ers coming up to your weight class?
Well, he'd beaten pretty much majority, hasn't he, of 155 come up.
Elia though.
Yeah, but not earlier, no. But he it's like they both jumped up, haven't they? Like he's gone up from 145 to 155. He's gone up from 155 to 170.
Think it's too small for the division? I know they're talking about Usman for that fight.
Yeah.
Where some people think it should be Machado Gary. And they're saying the Uncrowned King is Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah, I think he's not been active as much, though, has he?
He got injured. He got injured. He had a torn meniscus going into the Ian Gary fight.
Yeah.
And beat Ian Gary.
I was reading something on way up when I walked because I got dropped off at the wrong gym. So I was reading and I was watching that saying he wants the Usman fight. So I think the media are going to play it like he only wants Usman, but he says he'll fight anyone. But yeah, I think Shavkat, I think that's the one I think I'd like to see. Yeah.
Big guy, Shavkat.
Is it Morales?
That's the one who beat Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morales as well.
Yeah. That's the first
I don't know if he needs to just maybe one more for him. I'm not sure.
Put him against Pratas.
Yeah.
Put them two together.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, he comes in with a cigarette. It reminds me of the old boxer. What's his name? Mayorga. He used to walk to the ring with a cigarette in his mouth.
Nah, I'm not saying that.
Heard all that. So how's the matchmaking done with yourself? Did it all come through yourself? Is it going through?
Yeah, so Danny Mitchell manages me, so Ian Dean will just send him options and then we'll just go from there.
And how do you decide who you're going to fight, who you're not going to fight? Because as a fighter, you're like, I'll fight anybody.
Yeah.
So who makes the smart call saying, let's not have this guy, let's have this guy because of?
Yeah, so in both Octagon and Cage Warriors, I said yeah to the first guy to take my opportunity. If you've seen me Octagon fight, personally I think I'll win. I won that. And 99% of the population think I did as well.
Thought so.
But on paper, it's a loss. And then, lost to Figlak. said yeah to him straight away, took my opportunity to get my deal. So now what I'm going to do, when the options come, I'll speak with Danny, I'll send them through, and I'll speak with Rimmer and Vince and Ellis as well at Next Gen. So I'm more involved with them now as well. So, and then we'll just decide. I think for me, I need the right fight, get myself back to winning ways, and then I'll fight anybody again.
Yeah.
I think, I need to be a bit more smarter now.
Yeah.
Rather than just saying because I will fight anyone. I'm not bothered. I'll fight anybody.
Well, this is the thing. Any real fighter will fight anybody.
Yeah.
That's what a fighter does. It's the team that says, maybe. Because John Jones is notorious of that. When he was going to fight Chael Sonnen on short notice, he was like, the team was like, no, it's a different type of fight. We'll leave that one.
Yeah.
And that was a Dana White there for him since.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same. I'll fight anybody. Like I said, I took my opportunities, but. So on paper, I'm on a 3-fight skid now. So I need to be smart with who I'm picking, get back to winning ways, and then fight anybody again after that.
But you've got a name though, which regardless of record or what sort of skid you won, it's still a name. Because even like Chandler's only won a couple of fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
But they invite him back because he's got a name, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's the Arturo Gatti.
Yeah.
It's like he's UFC. He's one of those guys. You know what I mean? He'll go in there. You know he's going to put on a show. He's going to be killed, or maybe kill somebody at some point. You know, but he's only won 2 fights in the UFC. But but he's entertaining. They're going to do that fighting Conor.
I think with me, my fights are always entertaining.
Yeah.
So I'm always like pushing forward and stuff like that. Never in a boring fight.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like, no one likes a boring fight.
Yeah, no one likes a boring fight.
So how do you pick it with the kids? Because I've got a thing with the kids where they will put their name down for every single show, every single fight, and I say, look, you have to talk to the coaches because one, I've got shit I want to do on the weekends and all that. And if you're fighting here, there, and everywhere, and not telling me about it, I might not be able to go.
Yeah.
And all that. And 2, I need to know the kid you're fighting against because we're quite strategic in that in terms of. Not in terms of like, I want you to beat them, but we want the right types of matchups. Yeah. So when, for example, we had in the last one, we had Eva fighting the girl from Manchester Predators. Enya. And it's okay, we got the documentary come out, I said on documentary. And I
wonder, I seen Loz with hoodie on and hat on, and then I saw this little light. I thought, I wonder what's going on there,
Yeah, so we filmed it for the documentary and stuff like that, which was quite good. But when she took the fight, her mum rang me and said, no, taking a fight on this show against Enya. And I was like, all right, cool. You asking me or you telling me? She goes, she's taking a fight. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's good. And I've seen the fight before. I looked at her and I was like, yeah, this is good. And I said, when we stood down, I said, I like it because I think she's a really good wrestler. I think she's got a really, really good wrestling pedigree. And a family trained as well. A family all good strikers. And one thing with the kids is that kids could look like this in January, and by September it's a completely different kid. So I go, yeah, it's an interesting one. So we're basically just like game planning, and you go, what do you reckon? I go, I reckon she's going to try and push up against the fence and try and wrestle you and sort of lay on you, lay and pray and hit you and stuff like that. Right? That's what I think is going to happen. So we've been working the striking, she's been working with Conor, she's been looking good. Okay, it's a good chance for us to showcase a different side of our game and the striking and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, cool. I go, but plan B is if we're not doing well in that realm, we'll switch it and go back to our wrestling jiu-jitsu and try and win the rounds because we don't want to lose the rounds. We don't want somebody to lay and lose the rounds. Yeah. So we went into the fight, and the first thing she does is come in with some beautiful striking. And I was like, oh shit, And she took the middle of the cage, boom, 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 right? And he was striking as well. I'm thinking, wow, it's quite even on the feet. I thought Enya slightly shaded it in some parts. And all that. And didn't want to wrestle and all that. So I was like, okay, cool, we're in the striking bit. But the rounds were close. Yeah. It was really, really close. And then they got into the exchange on the cage, and Eva took her down, then Enya reversed her. Right, okay now, could be working a lot of cage walking, cage walking. But then she backed out and disengaged. And I think you can see on the video, I'm tapping off saying, hey, we've got something here, and all that. She didn't want to grapple. She's not afraid, but she didn't want any part of Eva's guard. So I said, right, Bell went and says, right, we're changing it, right? Go in, push her into the cage, let's take her down, let's stay on top, let's grapple and all that. Because we've seen an advantage there. And we switched it it was around round 2 or 3, I think it might have been round 3. And I was like, this is what we need to do. And then she goes, am I losing? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. It says, it's close, but we need these next few rounds. It's a close fight and stuff like that.
You got to tell them, you got to be truthful with them as well.
Yeah.
When I go in between cages, if they've won, I say you've definitely won. If it's close, I say, look, it was close. And every judge has got a different opinion.
Yes.
So I says, look, I don't know how we're going to score it.
Yeah.
Really don't. And then if they've lost it, I say, you lost that round.
Yeah.
You just got to be honest with them, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I just said it's close. I didn't know. I said it could be 2-1.
Yeah.
You know, you could be 2-1 if it was close and all that. But I said I need the next couple of rounds and all that because we need that. And she was going into the 4th, so going into the 5th, and I said, look, it's 2-2. Whoever wins this last round wins the fight, right? Loz thought it was 3-1 to Eva and stuff like that, but I thought, I think it's 2-2, you know. And again, you don't know what the story. And she won the last round, and we won the fight and all that, and got told it was 2-2 going that last round, but it was a good matchup because it was so close and competitive.
Yeah,
we could
a lot of cage time for them as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and we could have easily lost that one, and I would have been happy. I would have been okay with a loss because it's a learning experience. But again, getting back to my original point, we took it because the style I liked, because I think when they're younger, they need to experience great strikers, great wrestlers, great jiu-jitsu people, and how you deal with those styles. So when you get into be a professional, you've seen it all.
Yeah.
Your first fight, it's like your 100th fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's how we look at it. So how do you guys look at it at your gym when you're being offered fights?
So over the years, when I was getting into it and it wasn't as busy, I would see what the promotions are looking for and then see if I had anyone to match. Yeah. And then that would just a pain, going back and forth all the time. So what I do now is, I say to the kids, do you want to be on my list? I send them out to the shows, give me I'll note down the weight, the age, the belt level, the record. Yeah. You're on my list, you want to fight. So they'll tell me if they want to be on that list or not. And then I just send this big list off to the promoters of the ones that I can make, which is quite a lot. It's very rare that I'm not in a corner of one of my kids. And then, that's how we do it. And then we'll see what matchups come back. And then if it's a sensible matchup, we'll take it. If it's stupid, we won't. Most of the time, it's a yeah. For me, I think get in the cage, get that experience. Plenty of times, we've had whites going against grey blacks and even whites against yellows and stuff like that, like when it gets to MMA and ground stuff. But we're big on just getting them in there, getting that experience. Yeah. I'm just looking how I went as an amateur. I just fought anyone and everyone as often as I could. Yeah. And then that's what I say to the kids. I says, if you're not injured, fight anyone and everyone as often as you can. Yeah. And then that's how we see it. Yeah. Unless it's, like I said, a ridiculous, stupid matchup, 50 kilos against 55, you know what I mean? Even though some kids will still want it. Yeah, but if it's too much, then I'll say, well, we'll look at other options. But that's very rare.
Yeah. It's a thing because, again, back to what I was saying about you, as a fighter, they'll say yes to everything. Like all my kids, well, our kids are saying, they're a yes. Yeah. Right? But we make it a privilege to represent the gym. So I've got some kids that they've gone, okay, I want to fight on Raw, I want to fight on promotion, is that okay? And I'll go, Jason, so-and-so's come up to me and said they want to fight and stuff like that. What do you think? And he goes, what, on Raw, one of the big promotions? I'm like, let's get him an interclub first, something like that. Or, I'm okay with it. What's he been doing in class? And I was like, he ain't listening. So I do like a little mini camp with the kids, and I go, let me see how you get on, because I say, I don't want to turn up. I say something to you, you completely ignore me, you lose the fight, you're upset, parents are upset, I'm upset, and it's because you wasn't ready to go in there, like mature, ready to go in there, right? So again, I go off that basis. If your attitude's correct, our life's going to have some fun now. It is fun for them. They're walking out with the music, the crowd's there, they're selling tickets, to put it all on their Instagrams and stuff like that. It is fun. But again, it's always a privilege as well.
Yeah.
And I said it's your conduct before and after the fight.
Yeah.
So I go, if you won that fight, go and thank the coaches, go and thank your opponent for taking the
humble.
fight.
Stay humble.
If you lost that fight, go thank the coaches, go and thank your opponent and all that. What I don't want you to do, spit your dummy out, cry, walk out. I said, if you do that, you're not just walking out that cage, you're walking out of this gym. I don't do it. I don't have it. It's embarrassing. And all that. And that's the way we go. That's the way we do it on there as well. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. Obviously, they've got to be in the gym, training, putting the work in. It's not very often I've had to pull a fighter out for not turning up, training, messing, but I have done in the past.
Have you?
Yeah, but I just said, gutted. Just prattling about in class all the time. Warnings, having to be outside, you know, like, you're here to train, you know, you've got fights booked, so train like you've got, you're preparing for a fight. But that were probably the beginning of the year, and I've not had to do it since. But yeah, now, like, when they've got, this is why I like the kids to be active, when they've got something booked in, they're a lot better in the gym.
That's a good idea.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, now it's Christmas, like, you know, we relax a little bit, a little bit more fun in class. I let them have a little chin wag, and, you know, they're still in gym, they're off the streets, you know what I mean? But yeah, so like come January, it'll be full steam ahead. They've all got like big comps coming up and fights. The gym will be a good environment. Yeah. But yeah, so you keep them active, it keeps them more engaged in class as well. I found that.
Same with the adults as well.
Yeah.
I think Jason said to me, it's funny because they all call me fat in this gym. I don't think I'm that fat, you know. But, you know, I like a good drink, I like something to eat and all that. And he goes, because I got my black belt last year, and we did like an Ironman for the black belt and stuff like that. And I actually got in shape, but do you know what? I talk a lot of shit in this place. So I knew the chickens are going to come home to roost here. You know, people are not going to take it easy on me. So I was like, right, I'm going to get in shape for this. I'm going to go running. I'm going to get my rounds in, like 45-minute rounds all the time. So do my Ironman, got my stuff like that. And then since then, I go back to my old ways, have a drink, and he's like, we need to Ironman you once a quarter or something.
Yeah, to keep you engaged.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I know that.
When you did, I've seen that, yeah, like, I'd like to have witnessed an Ironman. I've never seen one in person, like, but like, how long did you roll for? 2.5
hours.
2.5 hours, and that's everybody in the gym?
Yeah, so...
Is there a specific order?
Yeah, so you start off, I had to start off with the kids, because I was the kids coach. There's about 50 of them.
Yeah.
And all that. So, you start off, I started off with the kids. So Jason always goes out, he has some nice words, which is nice. And, you know, he puts saying, look, it's a bit of fun, guys, you know, take it easy, you know, this, that and the other. Then I was like, yeah, fucking kid, I'm going to kick that shit out of him. that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So I start with all the kids, you know, a little bit of play with the kids and all that, and then we get into the white belts, which is always the worst because the white belts don't land correctly, don't move correctly.
I want to take your head off.
You know.
Yeah.
So my strategy was I don't want to just blast through these guys straight away because Jason's going to go, cook him when he gets to like the blues and then the business end. So I thought I'd take my time and then roll in there, take time and all that. Not trying to expend any energy whatsoever. And then I get onto the blue belts, right? And it gets a bit more intense now. I'm going at them. Then the MMA guys come on, they put the gloves on with the gis. Like, all that. And they're sitting my guard. It's me in the ribs, it's me in the face and all that. It's just annoying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cough and all that, you know what I mean? And then you get to the purples, you know, they're getting a bit heavier now. You know, they're starting to control you a bit more. And then you're starting to cramp up.
Yeah.
Now,
and these are all fresh?
Fresh guys.
Fresh.
So they're all sitting around the mat. And you're just going one by one. Next on, and all that. And then, once you get past once you get past the purples, you're okay because the browns are like, we're for each other. We know ours is coming up soon, so I want you to be nice to me.
Yeah.
And the blacks are just like, just we'll get you through this and all that. Well, not for me, you know. I think Loz did. I think Loz tapped me with pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes on there and he's like, and I was like, oh, I heard my butt go. I was like, yeah, I'm done. And all that, like, yeah, good. Who's next? Like, no mercy, Loz. But yeah, it was a good experience, and yeah, I said, getting my black belt wasn't more the fact that I'm a black belt. It was more just a thank you. I've been training for like 14, 15 years, you know, and it's like, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for the recognition. And then next day it's just the same. You know, and that's it. Nothing changed.
See, I would have preferred to get Ironman, I think, but we do whippings. So I got whipped.
That's the whip.
And it's just awful. I hated it. I got whipped at blue, purple, brown, and black. I'm like, thank God I never have to do that again.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'd rather do 2.5, 3 hour Ironman than get whipped in like 30 seconds. That, like, the whipping pain is just awful.
Yeah.
For me anyway. Like, some people just walk through it, they're like that. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, awful. But yeah, I'd have preferred to be Ironman, I think.
It's good. It's nice because I like the fact that, you know, I was okay at mine because, you know, I was doing gi jiu-jitsu, you know, I can look after my body all the way through and stuff like that. And I think that when you get to a certain level, you need to be able to, when you're tired, keep your technique. Yeah. And that was nice because we did and stuff like that. I've seen some people really struggle, but I was okay on mine, and I think Jason's got like over 20 now. Yeah. He's promoted to black belt and all that, so I'm just very grateful that I'm one of his people that he's promoted to black belt. And I always say I'm the only black person he's promoted to black belt as well, so, you know. And I've had that reputation for a while, because everyone else is the blue belt and all that. Nice one. So how do you promote the kids then? Because obviously we've just done a recent round of promotions at the moment, and some of the kids were a bit surprised in the fact that we moved them up a couple of belts. So I had a grey and white, so I moved to a grey and black. Yeah. And I had like, say, somebody who was a grey and black, I just moved to a solid yellow and stuff like that. So how do you do your sort of promotions?
So I used to do stripes based on attendance and then the belt when they were ready, but it just takes up too much time. You know what I mean? I'd rather I'm drilling and stuff. So what I'm doing, I'm catching up because I've hardly done any stripes this year. So I'm catching up on the guys that are doing the stripes this Friday. Yeah. And then promotions I get when they're ready. So I like to, if it's a big promotion and they're close, I like to do it like on the podiums and stuff. So you know, like at the elites, I've done a few at the elites. And then this year is the only time I've ever bumped a couple of belts, like you've just mentioned. Ethan Emmett went from grey and white to grey and black. Yeah. After getting to the final of the white belt kumite against adults. Yeah. He lost in the final, and that geezer went on and got his blue belt. Yeah. So I thought, I'm going to have to bump him up too here. He's done mint. Yeah. Did mint. And then Harris, recently, he was a white belt. Only started at the start of the year. And then, you know, plugging away, and then out of nowhere, he's gone, yeah. And he's, like, as a white belt, he was beating greys and all sorts, so I bumped him straight to solid grey. Yeah. But yeah, just when they're ready. So I've got a big, so this year, again, it's another first, so I'm having like a proper AVT kids presentation night. We've got them all trophies and everybody's getting a medal and stuff like that, and it's 80s fancy dress. 80s fancy
dress. Is that haircut, we know what it is, you know what I mean? Like Beetle Belfort, but blonde, isn't it?
And it's a good, it's going to be a good chance for all parents to like have a good social, and most of them like know each other already, and yeah, just having a social event. But when's this getting published?
This will go out Sunday.
Right, I won't spoil the surprise. There's some stuff might be happening that night, that's all.
Okay, yeah, this will be out. It's meant to be out Sunday. It depends on these guys behind the scenes whether they can get it all edited and done, you know. They're looking at each other thinking.
So I'm gonna surprise quite a few on that night when they're in fancy dress and what have you.
Nice. So I've got a bunch of questions as well. So what's the difference when you're taking your guys and girls from your gym to England training on a Sunday, and you being the England coach,
Mm-hmm.
are you harder on your team than you are on everybody else?
No,
You
'cause
expect more.
when they get to England training, there's like literally there's no messing about. They're just on it. So that's why I like them to go.
Yeah.
So like with the, we do a little bit of technique and that'll go around and help, but they're on it and they're switched on, and it's great to see. So I can like step back and I don't have to be on their case. Do you know what I mean? Unless they're being super lazy, I'll say no, sort it out. Put a bit of effort in.
What's the coaching dynamic then? So who?
So Adam Ventry's like the head coach. He'll run the session, and then there's me, John Slinger, Shao. We will like just assist when it gets to like the technique and stuff. We'll go around, and then we're like all watching the rounds, and any new kids that come in and impressors and stuff. We'll take note and stuff like that. I think Vents is away in January, so I'll be running the session. Slinger did the last one when Vent couldn't make it, so I'll just run a basic session. Yeah, that's how it is.
Is it a lot of sparring, or do you do technique as well? Because again,
yeah,
these
a
kids
little
come
bit
from
yeah.
the gyms, didn't they? So
And there's loads of different levels and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, it's usually like warm up, a little bit of technique, few rounds, few positional rounds, stuff like that. We spread out. We do the C and the D, which is 10 and 11 is Youth D, and then 12 and 13 Youth C. We put them in a group for 2 hours, and then we put the older lot in the next group for another 2 hours. So it used to be all together 3 hours, but there's that many kids now, we've had to separate it.
Okay. The gym big enough for that?
Yeah, for the split now.
Yeah.
But
So
the way
some
that
kids are sitting out, or are they all training together?
no, so the younger lot will train like 12 till 2, and then the older lot come a little bit later and train 2 till 4. But they all used to train at the same time, 12 till 3. But it's got that busy now. We've had to do that split, and I think how it's going and how it's growing, it's going to end up being like C, even longer. Do D in their own slot, C in their own slot, B in their own slot, then A in their own slot.
So how is it selected? As in, can anybody go to England training, or do you have to be invited to England training?
No, anybody can show up. There's open sessions, and then as we get closer to a specific session, we'll do a closed, so for the squad only.
And the squad's made up of how many people? All kids.
So yeah, at the moment, if everybody says yeah and can come that we've picked, I think it's 99.
99?
99 kids.
And one session?
That will be across the 2.
Across the 2, so
Yeah.
15 each session?
No, this is the squad, so there's even more that come to the training. It can be up to about 150 kids in total.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I can't remember the exact figures, but 80 C and Ds and then 70
There must be a lot
A
of
and
disappointing
Bs.
faces at the end
Yeah,
of it.
there's a lot. And it's only just going to keep growing and growing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, even like some of our kids have gone to England, the England training, gone to the IMAFs and stuff, done really well, medalled. And I'm just like, do you know what you've just done? And I'm like, yeah, we've got a medal. It's like,
Nah, it's big.
yeah, because
It's a great achievement.
It's huge, because it kind of annoyed me a little bit, because some of the kids, they go to like America, to Brazil, they go to Ireland and do that. These big pan competitions, Dubai with like international kids, and then they medal. And it's like, yeah, I got a medal and all that. It's like,
It's big, yeah.
yeah. That's really big. They're like,
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. You know what I mean? It flabbergasts me and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it's impressive as well. So again, what you guys do in the England team is huge, and having all these kids in. Would you ever like sort of keep splitting the gyms? So doing a session where you're doing now in Liverpool, but then maybe go down to a Birmingham area?
We've tried to look and do that. It's finding gyms that accommodate us, and then obviously with it all being self-funded, I have approached some gyms, and they're like, they're wanting a bit of cash and stuff like that, but it's taking it at, from the kids and stuff like that. So obviously we've got a base, we've got the keys, Vince has got the keys to next gen.
Like me up at the
I think we might look at doing one of the closed sessions, maybe at AVT, But now it's 99 kids. I don't know if 99 kids would fit at our place. You know what I mean? So at least we've got the base there that fits everybody in. You know, and me, I don't mind travelling. Obviously, I feel for the guys coming from down south and stuff like that, and from the north east.
Like just use it as the coaches. So you've got your northern kids here, like your northern team, and then you probably have like a gym you'll get into like in the Midlands. I don't know, it could be anywhere in the Midlands, Birmingham, Leicester, whatever.
I just think with
like southern kids where you like Bristol.
Yeah.
So you've got like a catchment area of all the kids, and then when you go, do you know what we've got? This kid here is a beast. Then we've got this kid in Birmingham who's a beast. We've got a kid in here and everything. And then you have like, right, let's take all our best kids that we've seen. So you might have like 2 from the south, 1 from the Midlands, and like 10 up north, and so, hypothetically. But then you put them all. Then you've got like.
I think long term that's how it'll go. When obviously if it got like if it got Sport England recognised, then that's how it'd follow similar to boxing, I reckon, where they've got the northern region, south region. Do you know what I mean? But as it is now, it's like because it's all voluntary that we're doing, it's time.
Yeah.
It's getting the coaches like and giving up the time to do it. So that's why it's been us, because we're doing it for the kids. So it's maybe a bit more networking. Find some other gyms that would be welcome to host us and stuff like that, and then just growing it more, because like I said, I do feel for the guys and the kids down south having to travel hours to get up there, you know. But like I said, at the moment Vent's got the keys and it's easy, you know, and just the other gyms that are wanting money and stuff.
I don't agree with that, like I said, you know, because you grow in the sport, you know what I mean. If I'm in, I don't know, Kieran Kiffin Academy in Birmingham or whatever, you know, I don't know, and the England team says we want to come through and bring your team in, I'm saying because I've got 150 kids that are coming to my gym that are going to post it on their socials. Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's how I see it. All the kids there, when they get to that gym, they're going to post that they've been there. It's a lot of publicity. But not every like business owner sees it like that, do they? So.
And it's quite a united front, because even like with the gyms now, it's like I go cross train. I can go to majority of gyms and they'll be like, oh yeah, go come train. Our kids all in an MMA academy, they all cross train.
Yeah.
You know, because my view of the kid is like, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. I strike, it looks like Ben Askren. It's shit, you know. Don't tell Connor Hughes that, because me and him, we're going at it, you know. But it's shit, you know. I'm okay. I can do a little bit of wrestling, but I'm a grappler. That's my forte, you know. And I also do the MMA program, so I'm like, I will get you to a certain level, but then you need to go and get that person. So I said Carl's has been a good coach. Connor Hughes is now doing a lot more striking coach. Pete Davis doing striking coaching as well. Got the guys at Next Gen. And I say to the kids, I go, when you're picking your coach or when you're working with somebody, you don't want the best, you want the person you click with the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they may not be like the best coach, but the best coach for you.
Yeah.
You know that. Do your kids also cross-train, and do you do the same thing?
Yeah, I say it. I'd say to them, cross-training is great. Like, I do it, you know, when you're in that one place constantly, it can get, you know, a bit, what's the word? Can lose a little bit of motivation, can't you? So I think it's good, and getting different bodies. But I'd tell them all the time, you know, get yourself out there, mix it up, cross-train.
Where else you been then, apart from Next Gen, in terms of your career? Have you been to any other gyms and cross-trained somebody like your ex-opponents or anything like that?
Not for my camp specifically, but when I'm in my travels and stuff like that, then I'll always like message ahead and see if I can pop in, you know. I've been all over, like Porto, did a little holiday in Porto, all that for part of my camp for when I fought in FCC, and they just welcomed me with open arms.
Managed to get abroad as well, Tom?
Yeah, so I did Bangtao. I did 2 weeks at Bangtao. Oh, I loved it. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. Took Harry. Took him.
And did you like it as well?
Yeah, he loved it. We did 2 weeks out there. It was great.
Yeah. Well, this is because it used to be Tigers. Tigers used to be like the place you go to.
Yeah.
But then when George and Frank opened up Bangtao, and they got Owen over there doing the jiu-jitsu as well. I was like, yeah, you guys are going. So again, Kurt and that, like, they go for most of their camps, and they come back and they level up.
Yeah.
Everyone just levels up over there, and it's hard because the heat, the heat alone, training open air in the heat and stuff like that.
Oh, it's great. I'm dying to go back as well. Yeah. When we got there, first session, it gives us every rope to warm up. Yeah. Bear in mind, I'm thinking, like, I've got 2 weeks till my next fight. I'm thinking I'm quite fit. Like, 1 minute in, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I don't know if it were that felt heavy, the travel, the heat. I just need to acclimatise. But I thought, I'm not fit. Yeah. But then after a couple of days, I'm like, oh yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, the humidity's bad out there. But also, they're fit. That's all they do. Like, that's their day in, day out. And you always look at that thinking, oh, I'm in paradise, so I can train all day long. I can go and sit on the beach and stuff like that. And then I'm back in Liverpool. It's cold. It's raining. The government attacks me for wiping my arse and stuff like that. And that's it. I was thinking, why am I even here? Because I always said to, like, people, wouldn't you go out there and just, like, do every camp out there? And stuff like that, and just go, stay.
See, I'd love to do a full camp, but then it's all the other responsibilities I've got back here. Having to work, coach, stuff like that, family. So full
family.
Family, yeah. Wife, kids, yeah. So a full camp would probably be out of question, but a week or two, it would be doable. Nice. I did 2 weeks before when I went before. That was great. Yeah. Yeah.
So would you go back again for, like, one of your upcoming fights? Obviously, I know you're doing this sort of next gen thing as well. But would you?
I would if I got the opportunity again. Yeah. So the only reason I went last time is I signed a contract for Octagon, and then Danny organised like an AVT team trip. One of the lads dropped out.
Okay.
And so I thought the timing was great. So then, I managed to jump on that, took the opportunity, did the training. But I don't know if I get the opportunity again. Like, I'd just have to time it or plan it. Do you know what I mean? Nice. So it's hard because you've got to weigh everything else together.
Yeah. I get it.
But if I had money to burn, I'd be like, boom, get on a flight. I'd take the family, take the kids, we'd be there. Yeah. But it's just not that easy.
No. Not when you've got bills and mortgage and gyms and all that.
That's it, yeah.
Like that. So what's next then? What does 2026 hold for you?
Hopefully an active year. Yeah, 3 fights would be nice. Staying active, keep growing the kids team. Just exactly like this year. So I started taking stats as well for the kids. We've got, let me have a look, just short of 950, I think it was 947 matches in total throughout just the kids team as a whole across all arts. So I'll try and beat that for the
Jesus
kids.
Christ.
Yeah.
That's literally like, what, there's 365 days in a year. You got that 900 stuff with it.
I've probably cornered at least 850. There's not many events that I've missed, including the jiu-jitsu comps. So that includes everything: fights, IMAFs, K1 bouts. Only thing it doesn't include is interclub bouts. But I'll probably include them in stats next. But yeah, 900. I think it's 947 or 48 off the top of my head. So that's a goal for my coaching side of things. See if we can beat that 1,000 mark. Yeah. And then, as a fighter, 3 fights would be perfect. It'd be grand.
3 fights, 3 wins, 3 knockouts.
That's it. Yeah. Back to winning ways. 3 knockouts, perfect.
Nice. Well, again, been talking for over an hour. We've had an hour and 10 minutes. And all that. He's falling asleep in the background over there. Look. All that. But your lad's over there on his phone. But no, really, really appreciate having you on, having a chat with us and all that. Just don't make it a one and done. Make sure you come back on. I want to see halfway through the year if you're up to 500 yet and coaching fights.
Yeah, keep on me, yeah.
Like that. So,
keep me engaged. That's it. Goals are set. Be engaged, yeah.
Cool. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
And roll credits.